Harmony Okonu to its executives, and in view of the fact that she was not always available due to the nature of her job. According to her, during the negotiation and signing of the document, the 8 defendants in contact claim agreed with Anthony Ewebonu, who is now late, and Mrs. Mabel Okonu, that the purchase price would be paid to Anthony Ewebonu to be remitted to Mrs. Mabel Harmony Okonu, since it was Anthony Ewebonu that the 8 defendants to counterclaim was interfacing with in respect of the transaction. That the 8 defendants to counterclaim made the final payment of the purchase price on the 10th day of September 2008, in the total sum of 4.8 million naira, after which the documents were released to the 8 defendants to counterclaim. That the negotiation and purchase of the land in issue took place in the presence of Mr. John Obo, now deceased also, who was the secretary of the 8 defendants to counterclaim at the material time. According to the 8 defendants to counterclaim, that the receipt of payment was issued by Anthony Ewebonu because he was a direct recipient of the fund, and based on parties' consensus with Mrs. Mabel Harmony Okonu, and that upon seeing the title documents of Mrs. Mabel Harmony Okonu during negotiation, it is a registered title. The 8 defendants to counterclaim conducted search at the land registry of Nasarawa State to confirm the authenticity of the title. That at the conclusion of the transaction, Mrs. Mabel Harmony Okonu executed a deed of assignment dated the 6th day of August 2013 in favor of the 8 defendants to counterclaim in respect of the said 2.4 hectares, after handing over the original copy of the statutory right of occupancy thereof or of the land to the 8 defendants to counterclaim. According to the 8 defendants to counterclaim, that it took the 8 defendants a while to get the said deed of assignment executed between the parties because the assignor, Mabel Harmony Okonu, was not in Abuja. That the total size of the land so bought as narrated above was supposed to be 3.4 hectares, carried upon the 8 defendants to counterclaim engaged the services of an estate surveyor who surveyed the entire land as part of the process of application for building plan at the Ministry of Lands, Nasarawa State. That upon survey of the said land, the survey reveals that the total area of the land is whatever is this 3299, okay, 32,944 square meters, approximately 3.3 hectares. That the 8 defendants to counterclaim, considering the insignificant difference in the size, accepted the survey report and accordingly fenced the said land. According to the 8 defendants to counterclaim, that it has been in possession of the said land since 2008 without disturbance until the defendant counterclaimant joined it in this action, and that the 8 defendants to counterclaim was never served with any court processes or appeared before any court since 2008 when he took over possession of the land in issue until 2018 when some court processes of this honorable court were dropped at the entrance gate of the land in issue. According to the 8 defendants to counterclaim, that it had paid all the necessary fees and obtained building approvals from the National State Government, and its members were about to commence building on their individual plots before the defendant to counterclaim joined the 8 defendants to counterclaim in this suit. That the land was mapped out and shared among its members, and that it was also fenced with the security house, and the security officer employed by the 8 defendants to counterclaim has always been there, and there was no time he was confronted by the defendant counterclaimant or anybody whatsoever until recently when the defendant counterclaimant came and made a mark on the fence of the land, and subsequently processes of this court filed by the defendant counterclaimant were dropped at the gate of the land. According to the 8 defendants to counterclaim, that it was informed by Anthony Ewebonu, now left, before his demise, that he was a business associate of the defendant counterclaimant, and it was based on that relationship that Anthony Ewebonu led knew that the defendant counterclaimant had previously sold land to Mrs. Mabel Harmony Okonu. That having made inquiries and conducted search at the land registry aforesaid in respect to the land belonging to Mabel Harmony Okonu, and believed her of having authority to dispose of the land, the 8 defendant to counterclaimant proceeded with a transaction as stated above, that it is the rightful and lawful owner of the entire land measuring 32,944 square meters, approximately 3.3 hectares of land, situated at Ado, Kubaru Road, Anakomi, local government area of Nasarawa State, plan and fence, and has been in possession of same since 2008 to the exclusion of the counterclaimant or any other person. According to the head defendant to counterclaim, that the counterclaimant knew that Mrs. Mabel Amoni Okonu bought and possessed the land in issue, which she lawfully sold to the head defendant to counterclaim, and that this counterclaim against the head defendant to counterclaim is misleading, frivolous, vexatious, and baseless, and should be dismissed against the head defendant to counterclaim with substantial cause against the defendant counterclaimant. The following were admitted in evidence. Right of occupancy NS 9878 in the name of Mabel Amoni Okonu, dated 18th April 2005, was admitted and marked as Exhibit K. An agreement of sale of plots in the name of Engineer Edward Pam and Mrs. Mabel Okonu, dated 18/3/2003, was admitted and marked as Exhibit L. The local government change of ownership date dated 14/3/2003 was admitted and marked as Exhibit M. Acceptance form number NS 9873/30 dated 21/2/2007 was admitted and marked as Exhibit N. Consent to assign NS 9879 dated 6th of December 2013 was admitted and marked as Exhibit O. Certificate of registration by Lagos State Government dated 28 April 1995 was admitted and marked as Exhibit P. Purchase agreement received by Anthony Webono dated 9/9/2008 was admitted and marked as Exhibit G. After P is Kioba. Right of occupancy number NS 9878 dated 18th April 2005 in the name of Mrs. Mabel Amoni Okonu was admitted and marked as Exhibit R. A land purchase form between Mrs. Mabel Amoni Okonu and Engineer Edward Pam dated 15th of September 2003 was admitted and marked as Exhibit S. A set of 6 Diamond Bank checks in the name of Anthony Webono were collectively admitted and marked as Exhibit T. Joint deed of assignment between Mrs. Mabel Amoni Okonu and NEPA Festa Cooperative and Trip Society, PHCN, Abuja branch was admitted and marked as Exhibit U. Site plan to accompany application for right of occupancy in the name of NEPA Festa District Cooperative Trips and Credit Society, Abuja branch was admitted and marked as Exhibit V. CTC of record of proceedings in the case between Edward Pam versus Mr. Tony Nwogodo, dated 17/6/2017, was admitted and marked as Exhibit VV. An order of this court dated 18th September 2018 was admitted and marked as Exhibit X. NUDB settlement of building plan processing fees in the name of NEPA Festac District Cooperative Trip and Credit Society was admitted and marked as Exhibit Y. NUDB official treasury receipt number 9668 dated 17th of April 2018 was admitted and marked as Exhibit. What is this? Exhibit 2. Development Control NUDB provisional approval of building plan in the name of NEPA Festa Cooperative Trip was admitted and marked as Exhibit A1. NSG revenue receipt number 0467414 in the name of Mrs. Mabel Amoni Okonu dated 9/12/2013 was admitted and marked as Exhibit B1. A set of pictures was admitted and marked as Exhibit G1 to G3, as well as a certificate of occupancy, certificate of compliance was admitted and marked as Exhibit I. Proposed residential housing estate redesign layout site plan in the name of Festac District Cooperative Trip and Credit Society, Abuja branch was admitted and marked as Exhibit D1. The 3 signatures of Alayi Busa was admitted and marked as Exhibit E1. Agreement of sale of land between Edward Pam and Mohammed Usman dated 3/6/2011 was admitted and marked as Exhibit F1. The summary of the case of the 11th defendant as pleaded and laid in evidence by the witnesses was that the subject matter of this suit is a parcel of land lying being and situated at Anakomi along Kubaru Road in Kano local government area of Nasarawa State, and that the said land belongs to the 11th defendant to counterclaim.